Developing tonight, radio star Howard Stern offering an impassioned response to those calling for stricter gun laws in the wake of the atrocity in Orlando.
I'm so upset about Orlando and what went down, but I can't believe these people who come out afterwards and their answer to Orlando is to take away guns from the public. It's fucking mind-blowing to me. The terrorists all had AR-15s, they have Glocks, they have every kind of pistol.
They got missile launchers.
They got missile launchers. And so now let's use the analogy of sheep. Why would the sheep say, oh, we've got an answer to all the terrorism, all these bad wolves that are coming after us? We'll hand in all our guns. We're going to hand them in. I think the answer doesn't lie in taking any kind of ability of the sheep to protect themselves from the wolves.
Dana Loesch is host of Dana on the Blaze TV. Nomiki Konst is host of The Filter on Sirius XM. So let me start with you, Nomiki. That's the thing. Let me just put up this cartoon, which sort of says what Stern was trying to say. These three cartoons. This is the point people have been making all along. Can't you read? This is a gun-free zone. The guy is saying to the terrorist, dang, now what do we do? The two terrorists say as they see the gun-free zone. The point is, who's going to be respectful of the gun-free zone laws other than the law-abiding citizens?
There's been tremendous research behind this. The FBI famously published a report on this, and it stated that 3%, in only 3% of the cases where the good guy with a gun goes after an active shooter, they actually hit that guy. And it's usually somebody who has tremendous background and training in active shooter
But you know the
shootings
response to that. If you were in that bathroom that night and that shooter was in there with his guns, you would have preferred to have been armed.
So generally what happens is it's more often than not that somebody who attacks the shooter physically with an object, something large, actually gets it. And that's because of stress. You know, your eyes and you're under stress. Humans are incapable of hitting a target. They're more likely to hit somebody else. And that's the FBI's own research. I mean, that's their study.
Yeah, I have a different conclusion based on the super expensive report that Barack Obama commissioned in 2013 that talked about defensive gun use. And in fact, the CDC determined that concealed carry and firearms, it's a great deterrent to crime. I tell you what, I want to have a fighting chance because criminals don't pay attention to gun-free zones. And Megan, Howard Stern, it's almost like I just became best friends with Howard Stern right there. It's like a stepbrothers thing.
I think he read your book.
He's so right.
So one more thing to note about that.
The thing is, like, okay, so the studies are great, but like then you're kind of looking at Dana and saying, you know, our studies trump your needs and your belief about what's best for yourself. Give us your gun.
Well, it's not about giving us your gun. It's about expanding background checks. You know. No, Dana, it's not. No one's saying.
Yes, it is. You're talking about banning the AR-15 by calling it a weapon of war and conflating it with an M16 or an M4.
No,
it's not. Because
Dana, hang on. Give me a second.
Dana, answer that. We're short on time tonight, but Dana, why does the AR-15 and guns like that? Why do those need to be out there?
Yeah.
Well, the AR-15 it's a 22. I mean, if you're going to actually in fact, if I was actually going to go after a bad guy in my house, I'm not going to grab my AR-15. I'm going to grab my shotgun, or I'm going to grab my Glock. I'm going to grab something a little bit, a little bit more serious.
So why have them? They're killing machines.
Women, this is a war on women because the AR-15 is the most popular rifle with women. You're talking about disarming women, and you're talking about misidentifying.
Dana, it's very simple.
And let me say one thing,
Dana,
because you're just going to spit some more blue.
Dana, one thing. They're so good. I apologize to the audience. Short on time. We'll be right back.